Hi everybody, I'm standing here with a kid, and the kid is now 3 years old. He's a 3-year-old paint gelding. I started him a year ago. When he was a 2-year-old, I started him under saddle, and then I had to undergo a couple of surgeries, so my riding's been put on hold. I haven't ridden for 10 months. So in the meantime, while I've been recovering, I wanted to do something with him. So for a while we just did groundwork, and after three or four weeks of that, I think it got pretty boring for him and me both, and got kind of hard to find new things to do. So I was on Facebook one day, and I have a Facebook friend from the Ukraine, and he has horses and he drives them quite a bit. He pulls carts and wagons and stuff. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to teach the kid how to drive. So that's what we've been doing. He's already pulling the cart. But I wanted to show you a few things that I did to get him prepared for pulling a cart. So anyway, I want to give a shout out to Alexander in Ukraine. Thanks, Alexander. This is partly your fault. The first thing I did to prepare him for pulling a cart was obviously to get him, well, before I got him ready to drive, what I did, I just had a halter on him, and I just led him. I led him down the roads that I knew we'd be going, and just to accustom him to things like a pond with ducks in it and a barn with show lambs in it and all kinds of moving things. And I did this for two reasons: to get him used to it, and also to see how he'd react, so I could tell how hard he was going to be to control when he did get spooked. So I probably put several miles on him just walking him. And after I did that for a while, then I put this rig on him. And what it is I have my old bareback rigging again. I got an overcheck on him to discourage him from putting his head down. Then I got 2 cotton lines here. I'm using cotton because just in case we did have some kind of a situation and he'd get tangled up in the lines, they're not so apt to burn him. And what I've done is I tied 2 rings, one on each side, to the D's on my bareback rigging. And then I run these lines through it. And I just get behind him and start driving him. Now, we're not going to go too much into the very first steps of driving him, because really for him it was no big deal. But remember, he's had quite a bit of groundwork, and he's been started under saddle and stuff. So I just put the lines on him in the arena, and I spent probably 2 minutes in the arena, and then just took him out here. Now once I'm out here, again I went same places that I had been leading him, and just walking behind him. Now with him, I'm real confident of him, so I stand right behind him, and I use my little dressage whip. Depending on what kind of a horse you're starting, you might want to stand further back and use a longer whip, or you can even you can even slap them with the lines. But I don't really like doing that, because you're going to send signals to your bit also. Whoa. So before I ever start doing this, he's had a pretty good idea about the word whoa, and about clucking to him to make him go and stuff like that, rein pressure and different things like that. So let me take these hobbles off of him. And we'll just start driving him a little bit. Whoa. Now one thing, I'm right from the start, I don't want to have constant rein pressure or line pressure. Whoa. I don't want to be riding the brakes, because once I start riding them again, I'm not going to be riding them that way. So I'm just going to correct them just over and over and over again. Whoa. Now first, and also figure out what kind of command you want to use to get him to go. Whoa. I've been teaching him to go on the command step up. Now, of course, at first he doesn't know what that means. So, but he does know what a cluck means. So first I just cluck to him, and then if he didn't move, I'd tap him with the whip. Step up, step up. And at first I'd stop him quite often too. Whoa, whoa. And I want him to stop off my voice, back. And also off the lines, back. So right now you can tell his attention's kind of elsewhere. So I'm going to try him again off my voice command. Step up. Step up. Whoa. That time was better. And I'm also going to introduce the command back. I don't use that when I'm riding, but when you're driving, all you got is your lines and your voice. So we're going to introduce him to that too. And I'll say the word first, and then I'll give him some rein pressure. I'll give him a chance to do it on just the word. Back. Back. And he doesn't really have that down pat yet. Back. So then I'll give some rein pressure. Back. Back. Whoa. And if they get to going too fast, don't ride, well, this is my opinion, don't ride the reins, the lines. Just stop them and then start over again. Step up. You can see I'm putting slack in the lines. Whoa. Back. 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 We just had a little traffic, but that kind of stuff is good for them. They got to get used to all that. So let me turn them around. Later on, I introduce them to G and Ha for left and right. And we'll do a little bit of that right now. Ha, ha, ha. Ha. Again, I'm careful to give them some slack. Whoa. Stop him on the command. Whoa. Back. Back. There, he's starting to back without some line pressure. Back. Help him out a little bit with the lines. Back. 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 Whoa. Now we'll turn him to the right. Whoa. And for that I'm going to use G. And obviously he doesn't know what that means at the start, so I've got my little tapper here. I can, along with my lines, I can tap them on the left side to get them to turn. G, 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 ah, G, 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 G. Step up. That time I just stopped him off my lines. And you can see he's still a colt. He still has his little fractious moments, and he gets his attention gets diverted to things going on around him sometimes. But he's doing real good. Whoa! Back, 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 back. Again, it's not perfect, but we're going to leave those imperfections in because you're going to encounter stuff like this. That's about all I can think of right now. Next time we'll show you how we introduce them to a cart. And just be safe, and again, you know, don't know your horse. Don't get right behind him. Don't get right behind him if you don't trust him. Step up. Step up. In other words, you'd go further back, like back here somewhere. Whoa. We got all kinds of commotion going on in the background right now. There's a water truck over here throwing out water, and that's just the kind of stuff he needs. Just, they need to get used to everything if you're gonna hitch a cart or a buggy or something behind them. So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye. Step up. Step up. Ha. 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 Step up. Step up.